boys. You don't have to do the field goal right away. Okay? Just for the American flag. Let's keep going. Okay, Crest students, quiet. Place your hand over your heart and face the flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good job.
Boys and girls, today we're celebrating Veterans Day here at Crest School, and we're joined by a very special guest, Mr. Jankowski. Can you say hi to Mr. Jankowski?
Hello, thank you for having me.
Mr. Jankowski was a soldier, and now he's a veteran. Every year on November 11th, we celebrate Veterans Day, but where were we on November 11th? Were we here in school or were we home on fall break? We were home, so we're celebrating today. And one of the reasons why we celebrate Veterans Day is so we can thank veterans like Mr. Jankowski, who gave everything that they had to defend our country, the United States of America, and our freedom. So we owe a lot to soldiers like Mr. Jankowski, to our veterans, don't we? Raise your hand if you're grateful for our veterans, just like Mr. Jankowski. That's it. All right. One of the things that we're going to do now is Miss Williams is going to lead you through some patriotic song. So, Miss Williams.
Thank you. All right, we're going to start with
Thank you to our veterans. Thank you to our veterans. You're the very best. It's true. Oh, veterans, we thank you. Oh, dear veterans, we thank you. You're a grand old flag. You're a high-flying flag, and you'll never be.
That is great job, everyone.
Great job, guys.
All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for being out here to celebrate our patriotic holiday, recognizing Mr. Jankowski as our local veteran. How about one more big thank you for Mr. Jankowski?
Thank you very much.
All right, teachers, you can take your students back inside. Thank you so much. Okay, good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to our Veterans Day Assembly for 2023. Each year, Veterans Day is on November 11th, but we weren't in school on November 11th. Where were we on November 11th? We were on fall break. You can say it out loud, Lucas. That's fine. Yeah, we were on fall break, so we're celebrating Veterans Day today. Now, as you guys know, veterans are soldiers who fought for this country to defend our country and to defend our freedom. And we are so grateful for them and what they've sacrificed to be, to provide this great place we live for us. And guess what? We are so lucky to today have an actual veteran from Woodbridge Township with us, Mr. Jankowski. Let's clap for Mr. Jankowski, everyone. veteran who's in the back. He's not the one holding the camera. He's the other guy. And I'm going to invite Mr. Jankowski up here in a moment because he's going to tell us about his experience as a veteran. And then after that's done, maybe we have some stuff to give back to him. Okay, but at this time, I'm going to invite Mr. Jankowski to the front, our local veteran. Thank you, Mr. Jankowski.
Thank you. Morning. How's everybody doing today? Good. Happy to be here? Yes. Well, I'm happy to be here with you also.
Okay.
I like that. I'm happy that you're all here, that you allow me to come here and talk to you and celebrate and remember all our veterans. Our veterans go back to the beginning of this country, when all those that stood up for our freedom. And that's what veterans do. Veterans are those that give us the country that we have, the freedoms that we have, the ability to do what we are able to do. There is no other country in the world that gives you the freedom to do and pursue whatever you want than the United States. And it's because of our veterans. My father was a World War II veteran. I have an uncle that, he's passed away, but my one uncle was a World War II, Korean, and Vietnam veteran. I'm a Vietnam veteran. My brother's a veteran, and a lot of my friends are all veterans. And some of us went in the military because we wanted to. Some got drafted during the Vietnam War, but we all served. And we were all happy to serve. My father served in World War II in a place called North Africa. And he was wounded there. And he got the Purple Heart, which is a sign that if anybody gets the Purple Heart, that means you were wounded in action. I went to Vietnam. I was lucky. I didn't get wounded. So I don't have a Purple Heart, and I can live with that. You serve your country because you want to protect it. Soldier or sailor or Marine or Coast Guard or Airman serves their country because they want to defend freedom and keep this country as safe as possible. Probably, if you look around this class, maybe down the road, maybe 10 of you will go into the service because there is no draft anymore. To me, when I went in, there was a draft and there was enlistments, and I enlisted. Now, you enlist. If you follow the path, if you go into the military, you have branches of service that you may want to go into. Going into the service is a very honorable thing. And only about 6% have ever been in the military. But once you're in the military, you are a veteran for life. That never leaves you. And if you meet somebody that is a veteran, we always have something to talk about. How many of you here have grandparents or parents that were in the service? Quite a few. Quite a few. And are you proud of them?
Yes.
Yes. And you know what they're proud of? The fact that they were able to serve their country. And when behind it is the flag of our country, always be proud of that flag, because on all our uniforms, we always wore the flag. Even in wartime, we wear the flag of the United States. And believe me, all veterans are proud of that flag. I know of no veteran that would ever dishonor the flag. And if you see a flag going by and a person going like this, they're showing honor and respect to the flag and to all the veterans before and the veterans that are yet to come. When you see a veteran or you see somebody in uniform, go up to them. Shake their hand. Say thank you. It makes them proud. There's times that I'm somewhere and I have a hat on that says Vietnam Veteran. And someone like yourself comes up to me and says, thank you for your service. That makes us feel good. We know we did something good. And we're proud of the fact that we were able to do it. And when I was in the Army, like I said, I joined because I wanted to. And I really liked the Army. I enjoyed the Army. I tell people I was the 3 best years of my life. You may not like the food sometimes. You may not like the assignment that you get. But you meet so many great people, you learn so much, and you carry that with you for the rest of your life. And I want you to understand that when you serve your country, you're protecting your families, other people's families, everything about this great country that we have. I've been to Europe. I've been to Asia. There is no greater country than here. And it's all because of our veterans. When my father was alive, he used to tell people if it weren't for the veterans, there'd be no ShopRite. And you know, when you think about it, if it weren't for the veterans, we wouldn't have such a great country. So please continue the tradition. Please don't forget our veterans. Go up to them, thank them. And when you get older, If you feel you want to go into the service, whether it's the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, Marine Corps, or the Coast Guard, be proud of it. Be proud of what you're doing. It'll be the best time of your life. You'll learn so much. And you'll always be a veteran after that. And then someday, one of you may be sitting here talking to the next group of students to come after you. I'm a veteran, always going to be a veteran till the day I die. And I couldn't be prouder of the fact that I've served my country. So if you want, think about it. Think about all those that have served. And please continue the tradition. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jankowski. Let me see, Flynn Crest students, by a show of hands, do any of you think that someday you might want to enlist in the Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marines? Raise your hand if you think you might. Oh, that's a good number. That's a good number if that happens. You can put your hands down now, students. Why are we wearing red, white, and blue today? Gemma? Why those colors, Gemma? It's the colors of that flag. Mr. Jankowski was talking to us about the importance of that flag, right? And one of the things that he did when he was in the Army is he defended that flag. And what he means by that is that he made sure that as a country, America, the country for which that flag represents, that we are safe and we're protected and we can live our happy lives riding our bikes and trick-or-treating and doing all of those things that we do to have fun. But because Mr. Jankowski and the other veterans put their lives on the line. Now, Mr. Jankowski, I don't mean to make this a Q&A, but how old were you when you enlisted in the Army?
I was 21.
21 years old. So do any of you have brothers or sisters that are 20, 21, 22 years old? College age, yeah, in that area? So 20, yeah. So imagine that your 20-year-old or your older brothers or sisters joining the Army right now. That's how old Mr. Jankowski was when he decided that he was going to drop everything and do that. We owe Mr. Jankowski and veterans like him so much gratitude. When you see veterans like Mr. Jankowski, who maybe you can tell they're veterans because they might have a hat on that says they're the branch of the armed forces that they fought in, or their particular VFW post or American Legion post, make sure that you, as a young student, go up to them and look them in the eye and say, thank you so much. Thank you so much for defending our country. Thank you for helping me live in this great world. And right now, you know what we're going to do? We have a couple more parts of this program, but I think this is a great time to once again show Mr. Jankowski our thanks with a loud. Okay, so as we transition to a different part of our program, one of the things that our 3rd and 4th grade students experienced this November, and our 5th grade students remember this from last year, or the last 2 years, is that we have a Veterans Day poster contest in 3rd grade. We have a Veterans Day essay contest in 4th grade. And my oh my, did you 3rd graders do an unbelievable job with those posters. And boy oh boy, did you 4th graders do an unbelievable job with your essays. I got to read some of them. I couldn't believe they were written by 4th graders. I think you did such a wonderful job explaining what a veteran means to you. Now, these poster and essay assignments are actually a contest, aren't they? And at this time, we're going to recognize our third, second, and first place winners for our poster contest. And then we're going to recognize our second and first place winners for our essay contest. Okay? All right. So, first, our third graders. If I call your name, I want you to stand up, and then you're going to come up and stand in front of that table over there. Okay? Our second and third place poster winners are Enzo DeSantis and Julian Webb. Great job, Enzo. Great job, Julian. Boys, stand right over there in front of the table, okay? They did some great posters, but we did have to have an overall winner. Our first place poster for this year's Veterans Day Poster Conference is Tegan Wrinkle. Great job, Tegan. I'm going to have Mr. Jankowski come over to the table as well. Just watch your step. Maybe we can get a picture with the winners. And why don't you guys just, oh, we're still taking a picture then, so go ahead, take your time. Yeah, great. Mr. Jankowski, the poster winners are going to give you a close look at what they did after the program wraps up. And so you guys can sit down for now, but I'm going to have you come up later to show Mr. Jankowski the posters you did, okay? Great job. Let's clap again for our poster winners. All right, and then we also had an essay contest in 4th grade, and like I said, man, were those amazing essays that you guys wrote. We did have a second place and first place essay. Our second place essay was written by Julie Hildebrand. Congratulations, Julie. You can come on up to the table as well. And our first place essay, and I'm going to ask this student to come up and read his essay to the assembly, was Ishan Shah. Congratulations, Ishan. Come on up here to the podium, okay?
Veterans are important people. They do many important things. For example, they fight for our freedom, rescue us from danger, and they are role models for kids and even some adults. Veterans fight for our freedom by protecting our country from any harm or threat. They also sacrifice their own life in war just so we can be a free country. That is how veterans fight for our freedom. Veterans do another important job. They rescue people in danger. If there is a boat that gets lost in the sea, the Navy or Marines may have to get involved. The military keeps people safe not only by protecting the country, but also rescuing people from danger. Veterans are also great role models for children and even some adults. When veterans tell kids about what they do in the military, the kids might get inspired and might join one of the armed forces. They also can be role models for adults. They might encourage adults not to break any laws and be good in general. My father, Jigar Sino Shah, was part of the Marine Corps. He served for 4 years from 2001 to 2005. My dad was in the 2nd Battalion, 10th Marines. His job was to control the money for the entire unit and make sure that each unit in his battalion get enough enough fund in each quarter. His chain of command was his captain and his full bird clone. I am extremely proud of my father and all the other veterans that have served and sacrificed for the United States of America.
Okay, great job, Ishan. Wonderful words. Mr. Jankowski, I'm going to have you join. Wait, hold on, Julie. We want to get a picture with you guys too, okay? Our picture opportunity for our essay winners, along with Mr. Jankowski. Okay, great job. You guys can have a seat. Let's clap again for our essay winner and runner-up, Ishan Shah and Julie Hildebrand. Now I am handing the microphone over to Miss Williams for some songs.
All right. Just like we've practiced, when it is your turn, you will stand up and sing. Are you all ready? Yeah. Okay. Give me a second. Here we go. Third grade, you can go ahead and stand up.
Over here, and we hit the dusty ship, and the caissons go rolling along. In and out, hear the shouts, count the march, right about, and the caissons go rolling along. Then it's high, in the field artillery. Shout out your numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wherever you go, you will always know that the caissons go rolling along. That the caissons go rolling along.
Thank you, third grade, fourth grade.
Anchors away, my boys, anchors away. Farewell to college boys, we sail at break of day. Through our last night ashore, drink to the foam. Until we meet again, here's wishing you a happy voyage home.
Thank you, fourth grade. All chorus numbers, fourth and fifth grade.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marine.
Thank you, chorus and fifth grade.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, soon to meet our thunder, and boys give it a gun. Down we dive, strike our flame from under, off with one hell of a roar. We live and sail around and play, hey, nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force.
Excellent job, everybody. Round of applause.
Thank you, Miss Williams. Great job, students. That was really something. Man, that Air Force anthem had some high notes there, Mr. Jankowski. I think you chose the right branch of service. All right, well, that's going to wrap up our assembly. We're going to do two more things I'm going to say before we dismiss. Number one, after I start to dismiss you, I'm going to ask our 3 poster winners to come back up to the table. You're going to be able to show Mr. Jankowski your posters, tell him a little bit about what you have on yours, and then we'll even take him into the hallway to see all of the posters done by our third grade students, so that's great. I also am going to ask our 2 essay winners to stay, so you can present Mr. Jankowski with some of the cards that were made for him by students here at the school, okay? And then the last thing before we dismiss is I want one more super duper thanks and round of applause for our local hero, our visiting veteran, Mr. Jankowski. Thank you for your service.